walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you. All because of you.
me when it's ready.
You're on.
Just say it. Hello, ABL Season 4, coming at you live from the new ABL Series 2 Twitch channel. I am Zoob, the returning caster for this series we have today, and joining me doing the stream itself is Buster Toast. Welcome him, first time streaming, casting with us. I think he will be doing a lot of the color casting today, so we actually have both teams ready in the lobby. But how are you doing today, Buster Toast?
Oh, you know, it's my first stream. I'm definitely a little nervous. Definitely have some things to get used to running the stream today, so working on that as well. Obviously, I'm not going to be perfect at first, but give me a chance. I'll come around. Definitely going to need some extra assistance, so yeah, anytime you can fill in for me, that'd be great.
No big deal, dude. Okay, we actually have both teams ready, so we're gonna probably hop right into this. Yeah, I'm giving them the ready in the game. So let's talk about some of the players, OPGGs in the meta. What are you kind of expecting from this pick and ban? I know personally, I was telling you that I think Ezreal and Lucian are going to be two of the biggest ADs in contention, along with Kaisa. I think those three ADs are going to be huge whenever it comes to at this patch, at least. You had any opinions on any picks?
You know, with the current meta, they just got rid of Zinzao. I was just about to mention him. He did get a slight nerf. It was at 50%, now they reduced it to 30%. It's definitely affected the gameplay mid-game, especially when taking gigs mid and or top lane. The two solo lanes that are most crucial. There's a Vladimir. Vladimir just got banned. Definitely one of those champions that does a lot of work, especially against 4 people under tower. You know, Flash the Ghost. You know how he does.
Yeah, Vladimir is super annoying, scales super well, it's terrible to lane against. I can't say that I blame anyone for that ban. We actually see the Gangplank ban coming out. Bacon actually has 350 Gangplank games in his solo queue history.
Oh,
so,
wow.
That does explain it. And there's the Lucian first pick coming out for Schism. Okay, so Lucian right now is taking over the meta, in my opinion. You're going to see him a lot. He's super strong lane priority. The new Essence Reaver is great on him. Blood of the Ruin King buff is great on him. And the Caitlyn's coming to answer. Caitlyn is good into Lucian sometimes because she has the range advantage. But something that Lucian can do in this matchup is just take teleport, which we've seen a lot of high elo AD carries do. Just take teleport, you know, farm it up until you get an item, and you 1v1 the Kate. But the Morgana does make Lucian's life a little bit harder. It's going to be weird to see what support they decide to take with him.
Really excited to see the Lucian, like you said. He's that Essence Reaver being a new item that's coming into this meta. It's very crucial for him to build that early. I want to see him pull that out. Definitely work his lane ground. I hate seeing Morgana. Personal preference, Morgana's definitely difficult to lane against in the bot lane. But you know, Lucian dash should be okay. We also have an Echo in the jungle. He's going to be able to do a lot of dashing, a lot of mobility. Want to see a lot of this come out.
I was just wondering, like, did they just pick both of their solo laners blind in the first rotation? Or in the second rotation? First half of the draft?
Seems that way.
Because Graves is still up, and Trundle. So that's kind of like, if you want to pick Trundle, which I think that EGM might want to do, they're going to have to ban Graves in one of these two bans. Are they going to ban anything? Are they going to miss a ban? Camille, okay. Camille is another strong jungler. Zinzao, like you were saying, is a strong jungler. So I'm expecting to see Graves, maybe Evelyn, actually. Gaudier is really good at Evelyn, if I can remember correctly.
I haven't seen too much Skarner. Not too sure.
Kind of fell out of the
meta there, yeah.
With all the too many counter picks, you know, you can pick Trundle, Olaf, Graves. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that's good. I think they have to ban Graves or Evelyn. But
really
it's weird considering Way 2K's champion pool. In my opinion, you had to ban Graves. Oh, okay. So now I think Way 2K takes Trundle, and then Gaudier takes Graves, and it's just a bad matchup for them.
Trundle be a crucial pick here with the Scion. Make sure everybody gets EC down. It would be there's no 620. That's a very important one.
Yeah, and the Scion in Ignore is actually a very decent matchup for Scion. Generally, you see him take either the Comet or what is that? Frozen, not like the Frozen Mallet for runes. What is that one?
Oh yeah, Glacial Augment.
Glacial Augment. You see
think
that
it's
a lot
inspiration
whenever
tree.
Scions versus range.
And there's the Trundle like you were talking about.
Yep,
Locked
exactly.
in.
Now I think you answered with the Graves. Or maybe even the Kindred if God is feeling cheeky, but the Graves seems like the more standard pick. And there's the Braum into the comp. I think that's good decision making because the Caitlyn is going to be putting out a lot of DPS and they don't have too much damage so far from EGM except for the Caitlyn. So being able to block that off with Braum's shield is going to be pretty big in this game. The last pick coming in for the mid laner potentially, maybe support, but probably mid lane. And the Echo, what is EGM? Forsick thinking.
Oh, there's Oriana. There it is. All right, so
That's
there's
not
going to be.
something I was expecting.
I was talking about this with you, and I was talking about this with Riot off stream. I was really excited to see what happens in that Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, for sure. The Scuttle Crab. I think, personally, I think it's a little over, hype. Like, I don't think the Scuttle Crab is the end-all, be-all for the jungle like a lot of people think it is. I think it's a solid camp, but if you look at the experience in gold, you can easily counter jungle your opponent out of the worth of the Scuttle.
I'm not so sure how the pro scene's been turning out with that, but I know that in my solo queue games, I'm just going by the field, but solo queue games, I've noticed that there's a lot of fights breaking out with top lane and jungle, and then the opposing team top lane jungle, and they're fighting with a Scuttle Crab. My Red Barrel in something crucial to the entirety of the game happens there, so let's go that way every time. That's what I was really thinking about here. Maybe seeing some action there in some early game for all.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Lucian is one of my favorite champions to watch anytime he's meta. And I like it right now because Lucian's not super busted. Like sometimes whenever he was meta in season 7, whenever they busted Blade of the Ruin King, Lucian was just so overwhelming. I just had to ban him, because he was absolutely just completely torture to play against. But right now Lucian seems like he's at a pretty good spot, his win rate's not too high. He's still really good though, so that's what I really like to see from the champion. And I'm excited to see the skirmishes bot lane, especially over the Scuttle like you're talking about. I'd imagine that Trundle actually just has to give up everything to Graves without lane prio, which I think the top side is going to be their biggest priority lane for EGM. The Scion versus Gnar, I think the Scion can definitely win that matchup.
Absolutely. Scion, even though he has the nerf E, it's still viable. He still has the CC. He provides everything, each ability, the shields.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the
overwhelming.
E still does 1/5 of the damage. Yeah. 1/5 of your HP is still gone if you get hit by that E, even though it's harder to hit.
Let's not forget how they decreased the healing.
On Fleetwood Word?
I'm talking about Banner, excuse me. They decreased the defensive on the minions. The minions are not as tanky against mages. That way mages have some kind of ability to bring them down.
Right.
Talking about Oriana and Morgana being able to do a little bit of auto attack. I mean, they have abilities.
Yeah, it's nerf versus everyone now. Because before, whenever this patch first came out, it was super busted, 70% damage reduction against anyone, and now it's 40% versus everyone or something like that. So, yeah, it's definitely not just take Scion mid, build Banner of Command, and then you just win, like it was a couple patches ago. But yeah, I'm very interested in seeing skirmishes because I think that's going to be a big deal bot lane specifically. Caitlyn Morgan versus Lucian Braum, that's going to be a very, very finicky 2v2. Whoever wins that is probably going to win it pretty hard. You know.
I want to see who builds Stormrazor first. Who builds it first?
Ooh, I would definitely say probably Caitlyn, if anyone.
Caitlyn?
I don't think any of these
Absolutely.
other champions are gonna build it.
It's gonna definitely help with her kiting ability. I mean, she's already that kind of champion in the first place. She has a Morgana peel with the shoot with the E. So it's just gonna be really hard to kill her.
Oh, can you turn the music down?
Absolutely.
Yeah, turn it down at least half.
Okay, where you? Oh. All right. We are in game, but we have an immediate pause. Not so sure what's going on just yet.
There's definitely no ABL season without a pause in every single game. Great start, per the usual.
All right. While we are in pause here, I just want to check, make sure everything technical is going correct. Everything's going
Ikaya
smoothly.
or whatever, just reconnected. He hit bug splatted. Nice. Always a fun one. Alright, let's see if we can get these names right. So Bacon, Godgear, D-Loon. Easy. Blaxican. I had a friend that's a Blaxican. Respect. Eek. This one's hard. Is it Ikaya? Ikia. I'm gonna say Ikaya. What are you thinking on that?
I'm not totally sure on that one.
And then we got the Cold, Way 2K. Probably just gonna call him Way. Forsick, Kipo, and Stu. Schism on the blue side, EGM on the red side. I'm expecting an invade. There's always an invade in an ABL game. But it looks like actually they're just setting up for pretty standard starts, just doing a formation to protect their jungle. And another pause, this time due to D-Loon lagging. This is a perfect start to the ABL. Would not be representative of this league without the pauses.
I'm just glad to be getting the stream finally in order here. Working on the music here, making sure everybody's comfortable, everybody's satisfied.
It is Ikaya. Okay.
Definitely a work in progress.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good. Everyone enjoying the stream quality. We have that new champ select. We have the new the social medias at the bottom. The OPGG link is not in the middle of your screen anymore. What about that, huh? Yeah, the better casters coming out hot. No audio. I'm just kidding, audio. Love you. But yeah, we're looking good. I think the music was good. We're still waiting on the unpause here, but yeah, are you ready to get into your first game soon, Mr. Buster Toast?
I think so. I think I'm ready. I just want to thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but we're gonna go with it. See what happens.
right. Well, anyone in chat want to weigh in on the stream quality? Tell us how much you love or hate it. The question's not about me, it's about the stream quality, by the way. There's 34 of you. I know someone has an opinion. As we should be getting back in the game soon. D-Loon is... We're getting the R. We're getting the R. Unpause the game. We're getting into it. Are you ready?
All right, here we go. Finally, we get to see a little bit of action here. A little bit of walk back and forth with the Keepo Caitlyn here. Let's see what's going on down here. Yep. It's all about Caitlyn.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlyn, I think this bot lane is going to be super game deciding. Like, the difference between, like, whoever gets ahead of this, in this bot lane, I mean, is going to be super, super influential over the rest of the game. Caitlyn and Lucian both, when they get ahead, are so good, but when either one falls behind, they're so not. They're very, almost useless pretty much whenever they're behind, so.
Let's see Trundle running around here.
Morgana and Braum will always be useful, but you know,
dropping the X.
Yeah, direct to camera doing us right. So make sure you're pressing the plus button so we keep up to date. But
absolutely.
God here starting off on his red buff. We got Trundle starting off on his blue buff, both bottom side, and we are into the game. And it looks like Doran's blade start for Gnar. That's pretty ballsy, I would say, considering the fact that, you know, it's a Scion who's going to press E on you a million times until you die, but only Doran's blade starts. Echo. Oh, actually, the flash
from Morgana.
Already, that was very, very quick. I can't. Such a respectful flash, probably just because she's still level 1. But I don't think she had a flash there.
No, she maybe just out of pure respect, she maybe did not want to give any reason to die there. Just immediately take the opportunity away. So,
yeah, he's level 2 now, so we should have that black shield up, be able to not have to flash away from that Braum passive. And some good poke coming out so far from Keepo and Bacon as well. EGM taking in a little bit of an early advantage in these lanes. Oh, I'm sorry. Gnar's on the other team, so different sides of the map for different players.
I want to talk about Graves' pathing. We've seen that he took red first, and then he went up to the Trundle's red. So definitely working around that early game advantage, even though his
and he's walking into the jungle now.
His base damage got nerfed as well, very slightly, but it was nerfed. Something to consider.
Not enough to hold down a Graves.
He's already too strong.
Oh no, okay, so he's going in, but he's actually super far behind. Like already, he's still level 2, Trundle's level 3, he's taking 4 camps to the 3. Actually, yeah, 3 camps for Graves, and including one of the scuttles, and Trundle's taking 4 camps. Sure, he lost a red buff, but oh, great poke out there for...
very nice Q.
Ikaya. But now Graves really needs to kind of do a full clear here to keep up in CS. Bacon actually doing really, really well in poking out this Scion, way better than he should be. Staying healthy as well. He did use his health pot, but the bot lane forced it back, and that was a great little trade there by D-Loon, blocking the electrocute and the Z-Drive Resonance passive off of the Echo. Just does so much damage.
A lot of poke on the Coles. Let's see how he holds out. Staying up in the top lane as long as he can. Looks like he's out of Corrupting Potion stacks.
Yeah, he needs to be hitting these E's on the Gnar. It's a little more difficult than it was before, but it still should not be hard. I'm expecting this Graves to continue pathing bot side.
Absolutely. He needs to work bot lane, make sure that this Braum Lucian can hold out. Lucian's already struggling with the Q-binds to begin with. He needs to work on
maybe what he needs to do here is actually take the Raptors and then recall, and then whenever the enemy bot lane arrives, you go up there, contest the scuttle, take your Krugs, and then gank bottom.
Absolutely.
I think that might be actually the smarter path than just continuing to full clear. Because at this point, yeah, see, he's going to go take his Krugs. Now he's going to take his Krugs, recall, Trundle's going to get the scuttle, He can't gank after he takes his Krugs because the bot lane's not there yet. I think the pathing would have been more efficient if he had recalled. I guess he could still contest Scuttle, but you know Trundle already has a Stalker's Blade versus the 0 health pots on Graves, so
We do see the
would be
Oriana's
best.
in base. Echo just TP'd mid, providing a little pressure mid might help out the spot lane situation for C4
That's
members
true.
bot lane.
That's true, but we do also have Longsword versus Pickaxe in the bot lane 80 carry difference, so also no flash still on Morgana. Ikaya looking for the trade. They're clearing out the control ward. Got here. Looks like he might pick up the Scuttle after all, as Forsyth is being forced to clear out the mid wave. So Scuttle is going to go over to Graves. My fault for not considering the fact that Graves could win any 1v1 and has the help of his team. Way2K just missing him. There's nothing on the side of the map for him. Going to clear out this pink ward, but he's not going to be able to take away any camps.
Hit by yet another bind.
Yeah, absolutely. The Stu and Kipo are doing a great job of poking out this enemy bot lane of Ikaya and Blaxican. And, you know, Brahm's not exactly the strongest in lane in comparison to the Morgana versus another melee. Sure, Braum is really good, but range versus melee, not very fun for the Braum. You're going to be forced to farm under tower here. I'm curious to see also, is Lucian going to go Essence Reaver or Bork first item?
You know, I'm not totally sure.
Really aggressive. Using the Gnar already, and he's going for the cold flashes away. He's had ultimate still. I think he probably could have just walked out of the way and ulted away from towards the tower, but really scared, I suppose. I mean, he's losing his lane fairly hard, and a little more trading in the bot lane. Lucian is out of health pots. He
Nice
came
dodge.
with 2 to lane. Yeah, great dodge away from the mining. But this Gnar is just bullying the Scion, and this is actually supposed to be a losing matchup for Gnar in a lot of cases if they're 2 equally skilled players. Nothing against you, Cold. I'm sure you're great. I was just maybe you're just having a bad game or an unlucky game.
Take that, Cold. He's trying. He's working that top lane. Trying to keep it in check.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to try for a banner build as first.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him for that, honestly. Banner's still going to be pretty strong.
Even
It's
with
not
the
quite
nerf.
in the same, not quite the same OP state, but it's going to be strong. You see Graves here farming his topside. Trundle has his red up. He needs to go claim that before Graves walks over there, which he is right now. So that's going to be scary. Bacon going in again on Cold. Cold still has his ultimate.
Just barely.
Jeez, he's getting punished in this lane. Super hardcore punish, just like Ikaya is on the bot side. 2K manages to grab his red buff this time. D-Loon is out of mana though. Forsyth could probably freeze the wave here if he chooses to. Or he can get a good roam off. Oh, another root onto... Ooh, Ikaya takes the Q from Caitlyn. Flash forward, ignite auto!
The heal.
Ooh, the heal comes out. It's probably going to be enough to save him thanks to the Guardian, actually. That was super close.
So close.
Super close, but he is going to lose a lot of CS here for that. Kipo and Stu doing work in this bot lane, I must say. I was not expecting this much from their bot lane, but that range advantage is too much for Lucian. Like I was saying, he probably should have taken teleport. Oriana's here. I'm not sure why, but he's here. And missing the cannon always feels bad, man. And Echo and Graves are here. Yeah, they're just going for this tower, actually. Yeah, they're just going for the early tower. Way2K takes tower aggro from the Trundle pillar. Feels bad, man. Loses out on that first tower blood. Gold sharing, but it does get split 3 ways.
I want to see what they do about this dragon. They have Mountain Drake is very important. It's one of the most important dragons you can get over, of course, Wind Drake, Ocean Drake. Anytime you can prioritize that, get warding on it, make sure you have at least some kind of control early game.
Yeah, especially versus the Caitlyn, because you don't want to give it to Caitlyn for free. Because Caitlyn that is ahead and has the Mountain Drake is not fun to play against, because she's just going to be taking your towers super fast, especially with their headshot passive, and it looks like she is rushing that Storm Razor So she's going to be doing a lot of damage to these towers in the mid game. So in mid lane, farm is staying pretty even, but the top lane, dude, Cold is getting handed to him right now.
Looks like Way2K is looking at Dragon now. Kipo clearing the pink ward in the bot lane. Bind.
Two missing the Dark Binding for now. Clearing out the wards, though, are Schism. Not going to give away this dragon for free. Way2K backs off of it. They do have it pink, though, so they technically don't have vision for Schism. Graves is probably about to go clear that out. Top lane, Cold is still getting abusement going on up there, but same deal, opposite side for bot lane. Kipo actually has a 20 CS advantage. Yeah, Lucian has a wave to farm here, but that's no more than 10 minions, and they're actually on the dragon. Schism are on the dragon. I don't know if they're in time. Oh, who wins the smite fight here? Who wins it? Ooh,
Oh, Trundle.
It's a smite.
Nice.
TP coming in from Bacon and a full out fight. Lucian going in hot. He gets the kill on to the Trundle, trading back on the Braum. The ulti's coming out on the Stu. Stu, can he use the blast plant? Not in time. Bacon picks up the kill. Orianna retreating. Echo gets the kill on Caitlyn under tower. Uses the Chrono Break, I think, is whatever the ultimate is, the name of it, and gets out. So that's a 3-for-1 for Schism. Yeah, they lose the dragon because of smiting difference, but they get a lot there. Caitlyn dies, Lucian gets a kill and an assist. That's so big for the Lucian because Lucian was losing that lane by 20 CS just a minute ago. Now he's even in CS and he has a kill, and Caitlyn died. So that's so bad. Excuse me, for EGM.
Good ward by Orianna. Everly, Graves gonna have to go to the blue side. He's left that blue buff up for quite some time now dealing with that dragon, so he's gonna have to get that secured, punish his blue, his mana, and see what he does with that, see where he goes. Echo looks like he's running that mid lane just fine. I don't think he really needs too much assistance, but he will take that blue buff, it looks like.
Yeah, blue buff always feels good on the mid lane, even if you're, you know.
Absolutely.
It definitely comes in clutch, because if only for the 10% CDR. But these two champions obviously use mana. They are going to enjoy not having to worry about that.
Graves going ham.
He's getting handed off. Oh yeah, there's the Graves getting the kill on Stu. I'm sorry, I was looking at the Ori claiming a blue buff flash forward, but Bacon, he's gonna get. Oh, Kipo hits the blast plant.
Can't believe that.
To stop from Bacon from getting the last hit on him. He misses the E over the wall, however, and 4-6 just gonna escort him back. Nar's here, he gets the kill. 4-6 did not shield his ADK. Nar comes over. Ooh, how
so
unfortunate for Kipo, dude. And now this is just gonna delay his Stormrazor even more. Now he only sitting on 270 gold. He doesn't have enough to buy anything. He got like one wave top. Now Lucian just took another tower. He's gonna get that gold that you get from standing near it, and this is not good. Ikaya coming out with the huge CS lead already. He's going to farm another wave here. Caitlyn just now respawning. And she's actually going top, but so is Sion. Why is Sion coming top with her? I don't understand these lane allocations quite well. It looks like they're going into the jungle, making sure Trundle secures his red buff. But Lucian here is super far ahead. He's going to have his Blade of the Ruin King and maybe even starting to build towards his tier 2 boots.
I want to see what this Trundle does. I see that he's got the Cinder Hulk early. Definitely has Cinder Hulk with the Press the Attack, so I want to see how that works out for him. I'm not sure how normal that is or how popular that choice is to run that way.
That is, yeah, that's the most popular choice.
Okay.
Cinder Hulk, Press the Attack.
Absolutely.
Press the Attack is a lot of damage. Cinder Hulk gives him the tankiness he needs early. I would say that JG is surprising me the most so far at this point in the game. I'm looking at his OPGG. I wasn't expecting much because actually his OPGG shows that he's not really a jungle main. He plays like his top 9 champions are not junglers, but he's actually showing up fairly well. Keeping up with levels against Graves of all things is actually super difficult. But he's putting in some work here. Now it's time for the bot lane to continue Or they need to step up again because they were doing really, really good in the early game, but then a couple bad skirmishes through it, and that's a Scion ulti coming in.
Nar's just gonna go down for the count. A
Yeah,
Scion.
Nar is done for. I really need to turn on directed camera so I can see these things happening, but yeah, Nar is dead there. And Scion actually has the banner of command up, and that's the Herald mid lane. Graves gets the tower kill officially, but that's going to be a little bit of damage, about half health of the second tower in mid lane. Scion is going to push in bottom with the banner buff, so it looks like they're content sitting a bunch of people around mid lane right now, clearing out the vision. Probably going to try and answer this mid-tier 1 because that opens up the map so much whenever you have the mid-tier 1 down, but I don't think they can take it versus the Lucian Braum. And especially with Graves right around the corner.
And there it goes, the banner minion.
Yeah, you could just tell that that was not nearly as tanky as they were before the hotfix.
Not even close. Yeah.
Yeah, because before that hotfix, that cube from Nar would have done absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
Like-
they 70% damage reduction to 40% damage reduction. Huge difference.
Yeah, pretty big.
Huge difference.
But
Still
let's
worth
see
it.
what they decide to
Still
do
worth
here.
it.
Echo might kill Caitlyn. Oh, I don't think she has vision. Might be really, really bad for Kibo. Morgana's not with her.
Come on, Dylan. What do you got?
That's both the summoners out of Kate at this point. Random pink ward in lane. Great clearing by Nar, but yeah, not good at all for the AD for EGM. He was doing so well, and I was so impressed, and then just loses one skirmish in the river and falls too far behind. Looks like Lucian is going Essence Reaver second item. I really like this build. It's gonna be so fun to watch him if he's a good Lucian in these team fights. So, Blaxican contesting Forsic for this award. Looks like Blaxican wins that one. And it looks like they're gonna set up for the dragon. D-Loon is actually he's doing something smart here. So he's walking to the dragon so that he can save his TP. You know, like a lot of people will like walk to their lane, walk top lane, walk bot lane or whatever, and then TP in. But whenever your team just wants to do it, just walk there. He didn't actually have to join, but if he did, he wouldn't have had to waste his TP, you know?
Exactly.
And now I'm curious to see what Schism is going to do next. They do have the gold lead, they have the tempo lead, they have a strong Lucian. I'm ready to see what they decide to do. Lucian going him under the tower onto Zion, but Ori's here and she does have ultimate. That's a great 3-man knockup from the Shockwave, and Zion ults in. Zion's dead though. His passive probably not going to do much work here. It was a 2v4 under tower. I don't think that was the best of it. It was a great Shockwave, but the fact that he ults it in as Zion after the Shockwave just seemed a little jumping the gun to me. And now Way2K is probably caught out here. Uses ultimate. The Nar comes out. Echo is gonna get the kill on it. Actually, Nar picks up the kill. Caitlyn, he's here though, putting out some damage onto Nar. He's got him stepped on the trap. Caitlyn gets the kill. Lucian is under the tower taking it, but still putting out a lot of damage. Caitlyn isn't quite able to do anything in this
Shield.
fight. They don't have. Yeah, the shield from Braum comes out. Caitlyn is trying to get in here to do damage, but she just can't. She's out of mana. She has no sums. If she just walks up and checks this bush, though, Lucian's dead. Come on. Ooh, they want to share the gold on that instead. That's cool. But, you know, they didn't have vision. They didn't know. But it would have been great if they had walked up and seen it. That would have been quite comical. But gonna clear out this bot lane. I definitely think she should stay for one more wave, but that might be too greedy because there is a Graves right there. But
It looks like the Caitlyn's gonna get that Storm Razor first. I was really hoping to see it on her first, especially her being Caitlyn. She needs to be able to kite, and that item is perfect for that situation.
Absolutely, and they do have a Mountain Drake, so Caitlyn's siege potential after getting that kill isn't totally gone, but her team fight right now in comparison to Lucian is literally nothing. Because Lucian at 1 to 2 to 3 items right now is the absolute god of AD carries, besides maybe, you know, Ezreal or Kai'Sa. But in terms of team fighting, I would definitely say it's Lucian. Let me go ahead and speed up to current time. Yeah, we just got the 4-man mid by EGM contesting vision on the side. Bush, Way 2K and D-Loon meeting off on the side. Way 2K is just trying to clear some wards with the sweeper. D-Loon just trying to not get killed. And Kipa's actually putting in work on this tower. Why is no one defending it? Ooh, binding hitting on the Echo, and Echo is getting chunked out. It has to back off immediately. That is insane. They put out so much damage there. The binding into the trap on the Echo, into the shockwave. A lot of damage. Bacon probably just going to take this top bot lane tower, and Caitlyn actually taking a big chunk from Graves and Lucian, and having to be forced to back out. Yeah, Trundle ulti used for just to get them to disengage, honestly, is what it looked like.
Nard does have TP up.
Yeah, and D-Loon just TP'd mid, so they're looking to keep pushing this advantage. D-Loon's actually walking to the top lane, it looks like, trying to get that lane pushed in. Caitlyn's going to go to answer, but I don't think that Caitlyn's going to be able to withstand this Echo at the moment. Yeah, the whole team's rotating top lane, and Kaya is he's looking strong, to say the least.
Doesn't quite have Essence Reaver, but he's already, like you said, he's very strong already. Not very easy to duel with solo, unless he gets hit by a bind.
Yeah, that is true. If they manage to hit the mine, you can combo him like they just did to Echo, where you put the trap under and then you hit him with the shockwave. You know, you put out a lot of damage really quickly where he can't answer.
Banner minion again?
Yeah, there's the banner minion taking that minimal damage from Gnar, but I wonder if Bacon is like not tried to all in the Scion enough. Probably, I think since he died that one time. Like bot lane, whenever Trundle came.
I think
stop trying to 1v1 him.
I think Bacon is just considering that he does have TP available, so if a fight does break out top lane, he will be able to go in and have the ultimate available. Hopefully he has his W available to be able to get some stuns off multiple characters. I know Morgana does have the spell shield, but she can only spell shield with one champion.
That's true, that's true. You are correct. You gotta save that ulti for any team fights that might erupt, because not having it would be bad. I guess you're right. I like to play for myself a lot more than my team, but
I do the same thing, and that's why I'm hard stuck.
I feel you, man.
Hey, that's alright,
and Braum about to finish his halfway to his second item. Lucian finishing the Essence Reaver. Echo looking to finish Lichbane fairly soon. He's sitting on about 900, 800, 900 gold. Probably needs 14, I think, for the item that he's going to build. Graves actually 2.5 items right now, dude. Graves is super strong. 152 farm as a jungler at 20 minutes. It's not bad. And the Zeke's is done for Trundle. ZZ Rock banner on Scion. Wow, this man is pulling out the classic Teemo right now. And Caitlyn's still sitting on 1.5 items. Not fun for the Caitlyn right now, but you know, I have faith they'll bring it back.
See what the D-Loon does here. He's looking for a pick maybe. Going in on the Trundle. Kinda misses a bind. Let's see what Kaya does. Walking up towards Dragon, looking like he could get that Windrake. They do have Vision on it though, with that Spinner Crab taken down.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They can't contest that. Not with the Way 2K in the top lane and their bot lane in base. So nothing they can do. Another uncontested dragon. They have a first one where they managed to get the steal away. Morgana and Braum are actually level 9. That seems fairly under level. Braum just leveled up. But seems fairly under level to me. Lucian is coming up to group. Scion is also here. What are they planning here? EGM using the Scion ult and the Orianna ult. Gaudier just putting out damage. Lucian's here. Great Gnar ult on the 3 people, killing 1, stunning 2. Oh, Caitlyn answering, putting out so much damage with the Storm Ranger. Oh, Kipo has to be dead here. He has to be flash heal away. He doesn't die quite yet. Orianna almost killing Lucian. Flashing forward, gets the kill. Scion getting chased down by Gnar. Orianna gets another one. Scion does go down to the Gnar, but what a great fight for EGM. I was not expecting that. The Lucian gets killed by the Orianna in that manner. Just ease forward and the Orianna just burst him. And now they're going to get the mid lane tower. Do they go for the tier 2? Graves is still alive, but he's farming his Gromp right now. I don't know if he's going to come to defend this. This might just be a second tower. They have the Storm Razor on Kate, the rapid fire cannon, and a Mountain Drake. That's 2 towers after that one team fight, the 4 for 2. Great fight for EGM. The Zeke
EGM.
Convergent coming up huge, and also the 80 carry Kipo put in some work in that fight.
EGM showing once again, that they can show up in the mid lane. They can ARAM all day long, whatever they need to do to get this team and this game won. They have that pink ward dominance right there in the river. Ping and blue buff. Let's see what they do with this. Schism really needs an answer for this.
Yeah, they're collapsing though, so they have to leave.
They're getting caught out alone. They need to respect it. Schism's not a team to be reckoned with. Even when we're behind,
Yeah.
they can still do things, magical things.
Yeah, that actually. Oh, great! I love that hitting the Baron from.
Pulling aggro
which
on
is-
Baron.
That's always great. Yeah, I mean that gold lead went from right before that fight. The gold lead was about 5K, and now it is at 2K. So that's a great little comeback there for Enigma. They have some more work to put in, but I think they can do it.
See what Akai is doing up here. Buy his onesies. From there.
Dylan just split pushing bottom. The ZZ Rod is put down by Scion. Oh no, Morgana, run! Oh, the binding, but Morgana
May
gets
not be
over the
enough.
wall. Thanks. Yeah, Cold getting chased out. Dylan putting in some work. Gnar is grouped with this team. He does not have TP, while Dylan does. So that decision does make sense to send the other one. A little slugger Trundle, good skin. Not my favorite, but it's a good skin. Dylan just putting in the work on Cold here.
I like the World Breaker Trundle.
My favorite's the officer or whatever, the one with the traffic cone, and that's a little fight going. A little bit of a trade. Lucian dashes forward and does not get punished there. I'm fairly surprised about that.
Trundle's
That dash forward should have been punished for sure.
absolutely. Trundle Pillar coming out, definitely keeping everything in control for the side of EGM. I'm ready for that shockwave. Oriana's got 214 farm. She's 204. She's looking pretty good with that Luden's Echo. She's got the magic penetration item. Another big rod. She's got the boots to boot. She's ready. Nice, solid shockwave would be really good for the side of EGM to get them in the lead.
Hey, could you turn on the in-game volume, like so they can hear like the champions and stuff? I'm not sure what's wrong, but people in Twitch chat are saying that they cannot hear the in-game.
They cannot hear the in-game. Alright, I'm going to work on that right now.
You guys can just listen to me talk about what's happening then while he's fixing that. Bacon clearing out the top lane, but there's a lot of members here from EGM. They decided to dive for some reason. They actually have 4 people to 1 in the top lane, just letting Kipo put some work into this tower. They definitely should have dove in there. They had Trundle behind the tower, and then Morgana, Ori, and Caitlyn there. But great pillar stops Bacon's engaged. Bacon jumps in with the Mega Gnar to try and get the nice ulti off, but Trundle's pillar stops him in mid-jump, and well played. And it looks like both teams are just set to like recall, disengage. Oh, they're actually going to contest some vision now around the Baron pit. Scion and Caitlyn are pushing mid lane, getting that mid lane priority that everyone talks about as important during your Baron dances. Clearing out some vision are Schism. And Lucian right now is sitting on about 1,500 gold. He needs about 500 for his Phage, and then he can probably have a Phage Kindle Gem, but he's not going to have his Black Cleaver. Yeah, and now way 2K clearing out the bottom scuttle. That's that nice little XP and uh, gold, and also the vision granted for the Infernal Drake. I imagine that EGM's not going to let Schism take this one for free. They're clearing out the vision. It looks like it accidentally started up because of the Cinder Hulk from Trundle, but uh, it is aggro right now. Bacon is currently Mega Gnar, so he's not going to have it if they decide to fight right now. Caitlyn's coming from base. She just left her base. She's walking through the jungle. Oriana's here. All ults available except for Nars, and they are clearing out any vision from Schism. Putting down a lot of pink wards are Schism, actually. I think that they need to start this before Mega Gnar comes back up. Or at least force a fight, something. Yeah, they are doing the Infernal Drake. It is going fast. It's going to go the way of EGM. Enigma, they don't have mid priority though. Schism punishing. This is going to be a huge stun. Awesome shockwave. Got 3 in the backline. The ulti wave from Sion. The flash forward by Stu. Actually dies before his ult goes off. The Gnar gets 1, but it doesn't matter because Caitlyn is putting in work in the backline. Lucian, Blaxican both chunked out. Great Q from Gnar. Gets rid of the Scion passive, but 1 for 1 there, and they get the Infernal Drake. Good trade there, in my opinion, for Enigma. EGM way 2K now currently clearing out the Baron Vision, and actually I think that Kipo has done a great job of coming back in this game. He was so far behind at one point. He now has 3 items, his tier 2 boots. Lucian's sitting at 2 items in tier 2 boots, so he's doing a great job of coming back. He's actually managed to get back that CS lead. He's actually at 40 CS right now. What is it, Echo? Come here. And even though Lucian is 4-1-4, like Caitlyn has managed to come back from a 1-2 start, I think. So Twitch chat, can you guys hear the new in-game volume now? Oh, they also want you to turn the music off. The game is kind of at a... Yeah, they can hear the in-game volume. It's just really... But Bacon, level 17 pushing bot lane, the highest level in the game currently. Um, but Kipo does have that level advantage on Ikaya as well. Ikaya finishing up his 3rd item. You know, Caitlyn already has her last Whisper on top of her 3rd item. This Caitlyn's going to be putting in work. She has managed to not die in too many fights.
All right, I'm
Graves
doing my
getting-
best here with the music situation.
Look at this damage for Kipo! Oh my god, actually forcing out the Echo ultimate whenever they're in the 1v1. Leave that. Echo, stop it. And Stu might be caught out here by
Zanya's.
and Blaxican. Yeah, it's the Zanya's out. Okay,
Trundle
great.
Pillar.
Trundle Pillar actually gets them away from the Morgana. And the disengage is allotted there for EGM. Bacon
Schism.
putting on so much pressure here. Oh, way 2K actually gonna get stunned. Here's Oriana, you got the shield. Does she go for any more damage on the Lucian? It looks like no. Bacon putting on so much pressure in this bot lane though. I can feel cold, like, oh my god, guys, I'm getting creamed down here. But they're still dancing around the Baron pit, trying not to give away too much, trying not to lose vision of the Baron. Gaudier is doing a really good job of like securing mid priority right now. He's always pushing these lanes and not letting them saying, if you start the Baron, we're gonna take your mid tier 2, maybe your mid in him.
Bacon just laughing in the face of Sion.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, he's actually losing the trades because of the Bramble Vest, but we're gonna roam down here to try and pick on the Gnar, but Gnar saw it coming. He has vision in the so just kind of a waste of time. And now Schism could start the Baron because They're TPing in Gnar, and they know Morgana's bot lane not able to respond. Here's Trundle still in mid. Baron's at 3k HP, and Trundle's in mid. Caitlyn steals the Baron with her Piltover Peacemaker. Oh my god, what is wrong with God Ear Smite today? He's playing so well, but it's the second smite he's missed. And now EGM are forcing it down mid lane. Insane steal from Caitlyn. I can't believe that she just did that.
You said it. That's a second smite missed by the Graves Goddeer. Let's see what happens here with the EGM closing in with the Baron buff.
Yeah, keep on putting out so much damage on the turret. Plus, you got the banner on the cannon right there. The Baron is still a thing. That's still putting in work. Sure, it's not 8-shotting turrets, but when you have a Caitlyn there with Inferno, with Mountain, he's going to be putting in work on the structures very quickly. And that's in him right there for EGM. You know, they're down in kills, but they're actually now tied up in gold. Only down like 300 gold. And it's insane. Insane that they're managing to come back like this. EGM, well played, buddies. Schism, you guys had a really good lead. Let's see if you can. You still have a small lead. You just got to win a couple fights. Play around the solution. The solution's super strong. 4-1 and 4. Graves, super strong. You got to fight skirmishes. You got to find people to pick off. Don't let Lucian get one shot by by Orianna. And you got to stop this Caitlyn. Level 17 Caitlyn. Now tied for the highest level in the game versus a level 14 Lucian. Not good.
Zoom, I can't quite get my thumb on it. I want to know exactly what EGM needs to do to close this one out. Make sure that they secure this. There's no hiccups, no mishaps. They still, like you said, they have a strong Grave. They have a strong Lucian. They have plenty of win potential here. What does EGM need to do here to close this out?
At this point, I'd say if Caitlyn stays alive long enough to put out consistent DPS in a fight, it's just over. Yeah, that's the secure on the Elder. They're gonna potentially go bot lane here and just force down the bot lane, maybe get another in. I don't think that Schism can really contest in the 5v5 unless they get a really on a Caitlyn who has both of her summoners available. I can't. They have the Baron again. Banner. That's a hard word. And a ZZ Rod. Caitlyn. Oh my god.
Baron Banner. They have a lot of pushy power here.
EGM right now just needs to siege. They have this going on. They have both sums of their AD who's super strong. Look, D-Lune can't even get in there. He can't get the stun on the Kipo. Yeah, he can't get the stun on the Kipo. He has the black shield. He has the ZZ Rod doing work on it. He has the Caitlyn just doing a quarter of the freaking turret's health with every auto. Like,
this Caitlyn has definitely been a problem this game. Definitely hard to work
with. Does he get a nice ult? Oh, he only hits one. The Trundle not worth it at all. Bacon falls, and now it's just looking like a disaster for Schism. They ulti in by Scion, and they've just forced all of Schism back into their base. That's going to be at least one of these Nexus towers, potentially both, potentially the game here. Caitlyn, it looks like she will end the game with the help of her team, and that is the win for Enigma in game 1 of this series. Wow, I can't believe they managed to pull that back. All right, let's
okay.
Let's be friends. You only need what's best for you and not them. Don't pretend. Now I don't wanna lose sleep, thinking about everything we could be. Let's just see what comes to be. She said we're all made in Hollywood, fake loving and hating.
Alright, this is Buster Toast, working my best here to get the stream smooth as possible. I'm co-caster's walking his dog real quick, getting that done out of the way. We've been a train wreck, nerds here. I'm working on this, getting down as much as I can, keeping notes, keeping in touch, making sure everybody's satisfied. Don't forget, you can always drop me Discord, give me some suggestions, some tips, some pointers, help me out, make my job here and make this stream a little smoother. I'll be right back with some more action next game.
You seem so rehearsed, but do you really care? I always feel like you're never aware. You're a part of me, but we're so apart. Where is your heart? Now I don't wanna lose sleep, thinking about everything we could be. Let's just see what comes to be. She said, we're all made in Hollywood, fake loving and hating on silver screens, believing everything we come to see. Go outside, it feels so good. We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
Okay, welcome back, fans of the APL. We are here for game 2 of Enigma versus Schism. Enigma coming out with the 1-0 lead. It is a best of 3 series, so we shall see what is going to happen in game 2. We can go ahead and give them the ready in the game. I believe we are very quickly going to get into champ select here for game 2. Yeah, we are already into champion select. So, uh, what are you expecting here? And based off what we saw last game, and maybe anything that you have an opinion of, what are you expecting to see in terms of pick spans?
Well, I was just about to say once again that the Xin Zhao is very important. They did ban it right away. The Kai'Sa's gone right away. I've seen a lot of that in solo queue. Very strong champion, solo queue champion, tank killer. Just very viable right now. So good ban on their side, on that side of Schism. Though as well with the unlimited sleeps, the CC, even with the nerf she got a patch ago or two ago, she's still very strong, very useful in the mid lane. Can roam very well. So good to see it banned. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm curious about the 80 carries this game because like last game we saw Kipo pop off on Caitlyn and Forsic pop off on Ori, but they just banned Ori. So that's pretty weird. Morgana getting banned. Lucian and Ezreal and Caitlyn are all still up, so no changes in the 80 carry ban. Again, only Kai'Sa getting banned this game. But last game Ezreal went completely unpicked, unbanned, so that was pretty strange in my opinion. I feel like Ezreal is probably the strongest 80 carry, short of Kai'Sa, so I don't see why they would not pick it.
Ezreal is definitely a very important pick here. He did just get not exactly a champion-specific buff, but he did get helped out with Orc being cheaper now, instead of 200 gold cheaper than it was last patch. Ezreal being able to
Yeah, and he
Orc,
got
very important.
he got a little bit of a direct nerf, but it wasn't quite enough to do anything besides take him to the top 3 instead of the top 1. So Lucian first pick though by Kipo. I wonder if they're just going to trade for the Caitlyn, or if they're going to decide to go for the Ezreal, or maybe something totally different. I know the ABL likes Jinx a lot. They have in the past.
Love to see some Jinx.
I feel like Jinx does fairly decently in Lucian. So.
Okay, yeah, let's see the Jinx come
maybe
out.
Some Draven or Misfortune here.
God,
some
dear,
real lane bullies.
Piku deer. Alright.
It's Caitlyn though.
It's Caitlyn. Worked
Pretty
last time.
standard answer for Lucian.
Worked again.
Once again though, Ezreal completely absent from pick ban. Unless someone decides to ban him at this point, which would be a terrible decision. But what do they pick as a support though? Because last game Stu took Morgana and into the Braum, but now Morgana is not available. It is banned away. And Nami going for that also, once again, range versus melee matchup. Oh no, they picked the Trundle here. Graves is available still, so I'm assuming Gaudier takes Trundle, or maybe even the Evelyn now that that's available.
Would like to see some Evelyn play. A little bit sneaky, level 6. Get in there, get your kill real quick, just kill secure. Get out.
Yeah, and Gaudier likes it, the champ a lot. So
make it a 5v4.
I would not be too surprised. Would not be surprised. And that's going to be the Sona for Stu. Sona is his most played champion. So I'm not surprised to see this come out, actually. I'm not quite sure how strong the champion is overall, but it's got to be strong for Stu because he knows what he's doing. And Camille, the last pick for Schism, we're not sure if that is a top lane or jungle.
The Gnar.
That's the Gnar ban. That's really strange, actually. So I'm assuming it's going to be Camille jungle at this point because if they're banning Gnar, Camille is actually good in the Gnar, so... Ow! Sorry, my dog bit my finger. And yeah, Camille's actually pretty good in the Gnar, so I can't imagine that they'd ban Gnar if they were planning on taking Camille top. And the no ban.
Alright. Great ban. Definitely wasn't suspecting that.
Yeah, I mean, ban Graves, or, you know, like ban something. There's a lot of OP still up.
Ban any champion
ban
that's
Graves.
ridiculous.
You big Braves, Vladimir.
And out the Anivia. Okay. Not sure if they would have picked it anyway, but it's definitely possible.
You never know.
You never know.
One, yeah. I can't say I blame them for banning Evelyn. I wish it would have been Graves Evelyn. Then that would have forced the Camille Jungle. I think.
See a Kaya picks here.
Because yeah, see now they just take Graves, and then they have Graves Camille. That's the terrifying top side. What do you take to deal with Graves Camille in the 2v2?
Well, Zweb, there's not really too much you can do. You can only sustain the best you can against that. You can probably pick up some kind of maybe. I don't know what's really meta.
Like
I know Mayokai, maybe Ornn. Yeah, Ornn's very good. He provides a lot of
Irelia?
CC. Really works well with Trundle and Sona. Irelia is another one. She's very strong, has an AD capability. Pick the mouse on. Good lane. Maybe Ornn.
Yeah, I think Ornn or Irelia would be the best picks here. I don't want to see him play Sion again, if I'm being honest. There it is anyways.
Sion locked in.
He said cool story, bro, and locks it in anyway, so.
Hey, that's okay. We welcome all picks and bans here. The ABL series.
Yeah.
We want to see full diversity.
We're just D-Loon's rise, dude. I didn't even know D-Loon could play mid lane before he started putting in the Discord that he wants to be a mid laner. So here he is now, mid laner for Schism, and a higher elo ABL. Picking Rise in a second game in the ABL. Let's see if he can step up this game.
Alright, D-Loon, let's be careful what you wish for. Let's see what happens. The possible Rise mid lane.
I'm hoping, yeah.
Malzahar.
I hope they swap.
Let's see what happens here. A lot of tank.
Man, remember when Talia was a champ?
A lot of tank on the side of Enigma. Absolutely. Big thing with Malzahar. Malzahar is just a pushing champion. Does that quite often.
Well, Talia's dead now.
Yeah, Talia, yeah, she got nerfed off Face of the Earth, but at least that's what I hear.
You can play a jungle, apparently.
Sure there.
Yeah, rest in peace, that champion.
I want to see the Lucian Sona play very aggressively into this Caitlyn Braum. Caitlyn Braum, obviously, they have the upper hand with the shields from Braum and the absolute range over Lucian. Absolutely, and the stun passive. I want to see Lucian take advantage of what little ability he has early game with his level 2 burst.
Yeah, for sure. I would say Kaya was a pretty decent Lucian, but I'm looking for a Lucian that can, you know, cancel all of his double auto animations and oof.
See if he can pull it out.
Sexy Lucian. Come on, Akipo, give me a sexy Lucian. Man, I'm playing with this Lucian in solo queue the other day, and this man was doing the full dash every single time, and like using all his abilities without proccing his passive, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, how is this guy on my team? this is a high gold game. What is he doing playing Lucian like this? Like,
yeah, you can't win them all, Zeb. It's solo queue life is life.
I think we actually won that game, but that does not mean that he had any idea what he was doing on the champion.
Well,
I feel like I got Aurelia that game, so it was just like it didn't really matter what our AD was doing.
When in doubt, just pull it out. You know, Cog did it better. Just don't forget those words.
Oh man, I was just laughing though whenever I saw that Lucian, like literally dash one time, just every time, just like a full range dash. It did not matter. It was so funny.
Watch a little bit of Double S stream. I've seen he's been playing the Lucian with Essence Reaver and just doing amazing work. I'd like to see some of that come out of here. Let's see if he runs Essence Reaver first. If not, that's okay. But just keep on, keep keeping. See what you got going on there.
Yeah, I'm love some good Lucian play. Love it.
Didn't really leave you much to work with there, but it's alright. We got the Sona with Ignite. I just noticed that. Not running Exhaust into the Graves Camille. I'm really surprised about that.
Yeah, you're actually pretty right. You would expect an Exhaust from considering the enemy team comp. And Rise is a beast in the late game. If you don't have Exhaust for that, man, he's one shot. You're fucking Lucian. Where's your Sona? Where's your Malzahar?
Well, hopefully
Really anyone.
they do have a lot of
Dude.
crowd control with the Malzahar Trundle Scion, so it could go either way. This team fight.
It's pretty scary though, with how much damage that Schism has. Camille, Graves, Rise, Caitlyn. That does not sound fun to play against.
It's wild. It's a lot. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of scary champions, a lot of scary combinations that can come out of it, a lot of outcomes. I'm ready to see what happens during the mid-late game. Want to see all the crazy team fights. It's gonna be wild.
So did we lose all of the followers on the ABL channels, or does ABL? All right, I'm ready. We are in game. Game number 2, Schism versus Enigma. If I am correct in the name, Enigma. And I hope I am, because I've said it like 12 times in these games. So.
Enigma. Say that 10 times fast.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
But once again, no invade coming out of either of these teams. Very surprised in every ABL game last season we had an invade. I felt like so.
Setting
These
up
guys are boring.
setting up line of scrimmage on both sides. See a little bit more Rome here. A little bit more action would be very fun, especially with this good old slugger trundle skin here. See him slug around on that Braum. 1v1 would be kind of
Man,
cool.
the officer trundle is where it's at, bro. That traffic cone, no contest.
Yep. That's Sona. She's playing on her piano there, or whatever that is, accordion or keyboard.
What is it, Echo? Come here.
You got the God Deer and Lax at Kia dancing around and near the blue buff spawns, and we're off.
Yeah, and once again, you get the bot side start from both junglers. Both junglers actually playing the same champions. I think the junglers and then Kolb and then Blaxican are the 4 people still playing the same champions from last game. I wonder how this Scion matchup's going to turn out this time. Does Bacon just take full advantage of the 1v1 again, or does Cold have anything to say about this 1v1? Maybe try and make the games 1-1 in terms of CS advantage slash fighting abilities, but right now it looks like Bacon is still winning. Ooh, and here comes way 2K. Really good damage on the Guardian. Forced the flash away, but D-Loon does run first, and Bacon actually forces the flash out of Cold to under his tower. And Bacon has to flash away from the tower, actually. Went a little bit too deep on that. A lot of action already, and Bacon, oh no, what is he doing here? Can Cold hit an E?
So close.
If Cold would have hit knee on him as he was retreating, that probably would have been there. Ikaya forced the heal. That's a freaking ignite coming out already from Sona. And Jesus, so much action already. And Forsyth is probably going to be forced out here, but he does have TP. And Bacon already TP'd back into top lane. Cold having a little bit of a freeze here, probably good for the Scion. Kipo trying to do what he can in this lane, but it's a hard lane playing versus Caitlyn as a Lucian. If the Caitlyn kind of knows what she's doing.
We'll see what Graves does here. He's just finishing up his wolves now, headed towards mid lane. I don't know exactly what he's going to do here. Looks like he might go for an invade. D-Loon, definitely? Yes, definitely him. Him as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, he backs. He goes for the tier, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picks up a tier. Nikaya and Blaxican have a freeze slash push under tower. But they do have the CS lead.
Dylan looks like he's pinging the Way2K Trundle, taking away those chickens there. They're just gonna have to answer
Yeah,
that. Going towards these Krugs.
Y2K is taking his way through the jungle of Graves. He might get collapsed on here though if he's not careful. Camille is coming.
They don't see what's going on here.
He does have flash though. Oh no. He doesn't even use it yet. Does he need to? Yeah, he does flash away from the slow from smokescreen. I can't say I blame him for flashing that part. Because you know, like if you get hit by the slow, that's might be just like your death, you know? I was about to say GG, but I forgot we're 4 minutes in.
Maybe worth the flash for Way2K, just because he's already got the CS lead. He's taken away a camp. Graves doesn't have anything to do here. He can't go mid, he can't go top.
Kipo! You're putting in some work again in the spot lane. I would say Kipo is looking really, really good for this team. It had a little bit of a throw thanks to that 4v4 or 4v5.
Flash.
Stu flashes forward. That's every sum from EGM.
First blood.
Oh my god, first blood on a
Lucian.
Caitlyn. They use every single summoner, and wow, I was not expecting. I don't know why he healed that early, but I guess it's okay. Insane. Caitlyn uses her flash. Braum uses both of his sums. But it's a 1 for 0, and yeah, that was fairly unsuspected. I don't know if if Sona really had a flash for that engage, but Stu did, and it's okay. They got the kill.
Either way, the flash was made by Sona, and the play was made as well. At the end of the day, Lucian gets to walk home with 1 kill under his belt. BF sword picked up immediately.
Yeah, that is true. BS sword versus pickaxe. Last game we were talking about the pickaxe versus the longsword, but it was the other way around where Caitlyn had the pickaxe and Lucian had a longsword. Now it's Lucian has a BF sword and Caitlyn has a pickaxe though. So
It looks like
yeah, that's gonna be power difference for sure.
like he might go for that Essence River build after all. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Just personally, I like to see that. Definitely in this new patch. I want to see how it works out. I want to see how he plays with it.
You can build Essence Reaver at any point with the new Lucian build. You can do it. It's generally recommended to get it like first 3 items though.
Absolutely. You know, he's got to get that cooldown reduction. Works with his ultimate. I think it has a new passive ability now or something of the sort. Way2K walking around.
Yeah, and they're fighting around the dragon pit, but there's Cold. Bacon has no mana. He just ults onto Bacon. Bacon has his Conqueror part, and then there's Lucian getting another kill on the Ikaya. Cold gets the kill on the Camille, and Gaudier and Deloon just off to the side, can't get into the fight, don't want to. They have the Rise ultimate, but they choose not to use it today. The only ultimate, no ultimates available actually for EGM at this point. I don't see why they didn't go for that fight, like after Ikaya was killed. I mean, sure they don't have an AD, but you still have the Graves and the Rise versus a no old Malzahar, no sums bot lane, and I feel like if they took Braum, Graves, and Rise into that 3v4, they probably could have won it. Especially if they trapped EGM between them, like the 3-man squad and the Dragon, so they taking damage on the backside.
Right, you are as well. I just, I'm really not surprised here at all. Lucian already having the lead. They just wanted to get that Dragon. They all formed around there. They took initiative, and they got the kill on Caitlyn. That's all it was. They got that. They got the Dragon. Now they have even more substantial lead, working into this 8-minute mark here. It's like Camille going in now.
Yeah, Bacon a little bit upset about that solo kill, trying to do some work, but taking too much minion aggro to be a favorable trade. Started off good, and then he took about 200 HP from minion aggro after that, so feels a bad man.
Feels bad indeed. I want to see what's going on with this.
Oh, now here's
Malzahar.
Malzahar bottom lane. He's coming in hot. He does not have ulti though, so it doesn't really make sense why he's roaming. Actually,
Good
I think it's
attempt.
the
Good attempt.
I think it's the second weird roam. There was one last game from Forsic with Oriana where he just like walked bottom, and then like while they weren't there. Ooh, I don't think Cold had a flash. I think he just kills Bacon and. Oh, I didn't think about
Oh,
it.
the double flash.
That's both flashes out.
Was it really worth it though?
I don't think so. Actually, like, does he have TP?
I mean,
I think he has TP up.
sure, they did
Or,
secure the kill, but was it really worth both flashes? At this point in the game, they need to make
yeah,
sure.
and he's gonna TP straight back to lane, so it's not like he's really losing too much.
This
Like, they
tower's still
trade
up.
one flash for 2 flashes. They don't get any tower damage. Like, I don't know if that was worth it.
Worth it or
I
not, they
would
did
agree with
secure
you.
the kill on the Cold Scion. Very cool combination, by the way. We got the 4-stick in the middle, taking the blue buff there. Maybe. Oh, there it is. He's got his little grabs running behind him there. Gonna push out that mid lane against D-Loon to keep him from roaming so hard.
Does Cole contest this pink word? No, he doesn't. I would say it's a little bit ballsy to try one before the Camille. The thing about Scion is to poke down your enemy. You know, you spam your E on them, get them low, and then you go in. He's playing Camille. He can 100 0 you. Maybe not Scion, but Ninja Tags at 10 minutes. But you know what I mean. He can do more. 2 combos, like with no healing, is probably your whole HP bar. Wait that. That changed. But I'm gonna say they're testing a little bit of vision in the river, getting a double crab in the bottom server. Moon actually up 10 more and coming into whereas 80k is actually even farm. And once again though, I've noticed that Trundle actually has a farm lead over Graves. It doesn't make any sense to me. Consistently out farming people. Consistently. The Trundle is not like a match has weight. He's straight up just autoing these freaking camps and then maybe using Q. Like, there should be no contest as to who's out farming who, but Gaudier, I've mentioned in the beginning of the last game of pathing error. Oh, the flashboard for Sona with the ulti, but it looks like Caitlyn just flashed away from her. Also, Way2K might die here. The Caitlyn won't manage to live, but Kipo is dead. The Bacon TP'd in and used his ulti on to Lucian. Managed to pick up that kill. The Braum stun misses the Braum Q, and that will be 1 kill on to Lucian. But Lucian did pick up first tower gold, so he has completed his Essence Reaver. He did die, but it looks like Schism is going to try and trade back this bot tower. But Scion also working on top lane right now. He's not going to do quite as much because he doesn't have his banner completed yet. But he is working on it.
Looks like he is working on that tower. He's just chopping away lumberjack style.
D-Loon's here to answer him though, and he looks like he does a little bit of damage in the sides. I just want this farm. Story of my life. Just want this freaking farm.
Typical mid laner, searching for the farm, of course.
What's more important than farm in League of Legends? Definitely not killing the Nexus.
For a
If I had
while
to choose
there,
between killing the Nexus and farming.
farming. There's the scuttle crab. We were looking for that scuttle crab here. I want to see the junglers fight over that some more, get that experience gain.
They just got that one bottom and they delayed. It's about to spawn top. Yeah, they delayed like the time between scuttle.
Dragon coming up. 35 seconds now. Neil going in.
Yeah, and then going right back out because Forsyth flashes away from that Camille. Can't say I blame him. Camille is a terrifying champ to have jumping on you.
I think he needed a flash there. Definitely. I think it was worthful to do so. It's worth it.
I think he's more respecting the fact that Camille might have ulti and that his jungler wasn't around. You know, because like we know that Camille didn't have ulti, so he may not have flashed because of that, but he didn't know. Like Camille doesn't have ult, you know. So if Camille had ult though, he would have 100% needed a flash. Like sure, he could have maybe lived because Camille didn't have ult, but it wasn't worth the risk.
I just wonder what the. I just wonder what's going on with the audio here. Got everyone on the side of EGM, working really hard to get things done. Zahar making roams. I'd like to hear what Kipo's saying. Let's do something. Let's make a play. It looks like he's wanting to make something happen top lane. There's definitely a huge number of champions there right now. Looks like Bacon's going to go in on Cold here.
Yeah, Bacon chasing him down the lane. Actually, at a level disadvantage, and oh, the
Flash.
flash that was.
For Terrell going top
Gets a
lane.
respect flash, because if that had hit him, you know, he might have taken too much damage with the ulti coming in. But yeah, there it is. There's the ulti. Oh, nice ult over the Scion. Does
Wow.
he hit a stun here?
What was that
Ooh,
animation?
that flashes away. Great play by Bacon. Ooh, Bacon gets the
Oh.
kill on the Scion. Unlucky Scion. It's so close. You try the Herald does absolutely no damage. Braum gets hit by the Malzahar ult, ignited by 2, and that's the death of a Braum. So overall, 1 for 1 on the map. Herald rendered useless. Kipo looking good.
Poor Braum.
Great.
Lax just getting locked down by that Malzahar and on top of the Sona Stu Ignite. Definitely hard to get out of that
A
one.
lot of damage.
Tons of
A lot
damage.
of damage for sure. That's
Yes.
1 for 1 in solo kills between these top laners, so.
I think Bacon's 3 and 1 right now. 100 CS. He's looking very strong. He could definitely go in on anyone at this moment and fare up. Let's see what he does with this advantage that he has over the enemy top laner.
Yeah, and I'm also noticing that Trundle has all of his camps up. He just cleared his Raptors, but all of his camps are up. Like, he needs to go through and clear these, or else he's gonna fall really far behind. Notice how they're even though Trundle has all of his camps up. This is what I was talking about. How for some reason Graves is not creating like just huge farm leads. Like this Gaudier is not getting into the enemy jungle, taking away. Like Graves is meant to counter Trundle. You're supposed to go into the enemy jungle, take away his camps, kill the Trundle, you know. But instead, out farm him as Graves. But instead, Trundle's getting all of his camps, no problem. He's getting all the scuttles, no problem. Schism is not quite playing around the jungle matchups like the way they need to.
Something we forgot to mention earlier, look at the wards on the side of EGM. They have complete vision around Dragon, which they just secured, and they have some vision on the top side there near Camille, so they do have vision. They did just ping that right there, so they know exactly what to expect, hopefully, given that they have the vision there. Caitlyn on the top side by herself.
Yeah, Kate is just farming that lane. Yeah, that's probably exactly how Kibo got so far ahead though in the last game. Farming solo, and it's pretty similar actually. Where Lucian is doing fairly well, and Kate is actually not doing too well. But last game, Kibo managed to bring it back, and this game he kind of needs to show that he can do the same thing. There's the Lucian ulti coming in. His Essence Reaver should be ready to be procced, but no one is trying to fight him with that Essence Reaver proc on. So
maybe a little early on the ulti there.
Yeah, that seemed fairly strange. There's God here fighting way 2K finally, like I was saying that he needed to do, but just walks out. And this should be the tower here for Kipo and EGM. Ooh, nope, gonna need one more wave. But Camille is pushing bot lane uncontested right now. It looks like she's gonna get some serious turret damage. Scion is walking down there, but it might be too late.
Well, we were talking about Lucian pulling out that ultimate early. Looked up the definition of enigma. It is a person or thing that has mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand properly. So definitely some weird things coming out. Definitely see a lot of strange plays. We see the flash from earlier from Sona and Ignite, which it ended up working out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely living up to their name, making some unusual but successful plays.
Just a lot of puzzle. A lot of questions.
Just don't know what to expect out of there. It is.
Freaking suppression on Camille. So unlucky. Just walks right into that Malzahar with team. Great sonos on 3 people. Caitlyn putting in work on the backline though this time with the flash over the wall. Stands up 2. Graves has to flash away as well. That's huge for EGM. They lose Toronto, but they get 3 kills and so every flash, I think, except for Bacon, who did not have his. And now they're going to get another tower, I think. And EGM does not have the banner on Scion available, unfortunately. But Kibo just procced his Essence Reaver. He should have unlimited double shots onto this tower at this point. Good, great fight by EGM. That Malzahar ult onto Camille was so crucial.
Just really surprised to see all the plays coming out like we were talking about earlier. They just got the pressure. They got that team fight. And Zoo, that might be the game-winning team fight. It might be
Yeah,
it.
and like you were saying, those wards is what did it. Like he walked right over 2 pink wards to get to there, and like Forsic and the rest of EGM saw him. They saw him walking over those wards, and
Exactly.
he didn't care. And he walked straight into the Malzahar ultimate, straight into the rest of the team, and Stu hit an amazing 3-man Sona ulti there as well. So just a lot of poor play, honestly, by Schism.
EGM needs to win this. Go on next week. I'd like to see how they do here. Even going in June 12th against Full Sin Gaming. So you say fair up here. They've got another great challenge ahead of them. It's the FSG team. The squad's very profound in many ways. Very good at warding. Of course, they got Aussie. Something to be considered of. They have one of the best players in ABL on their team. Yeah, definitely need to be mindful of those things.
Yeah, and here's Bacon going in on Cold with the Conqueror on Camille. That's not something that you see every day. Conqueror Camille. That's not the most popular keystone. But there's the Sona flash in with the stun. Lucian has his ult put out. His Essence Reaver proc wasted again. That's the one thing complaint I have about this Lucian. He's not using his Essence Reaver proc properly. He's oh no, is Bacon slow killed? Yeah, silent question marks Bacon. Can't say I blame him. Yeah, Lucian is not using his Essence Reaver procs properly. He's wasting his ulti and then is wasting, in turn, his Essence Reaver procs. Gaudier ulting to clear out the wave, but that is the tower going down anyways. Banner command likely to go down mid lane here for Sion, assuming that's why he's walking there. But, yeah, great pressure put out, at least, by EGM, Enigma. It looks like they're probably going to try and set up Baron at this point. That's what I would say. If Enigma can set up Baron, deny vision. This Cuddle is bot side, so there's no way to get that kind of vision either. Maybe trade the Infernal for Baron. Or try to get Infernal then Baron. I guess that sounds like a viable option too.
Zoob, the Infernal would be very strong for them. Get that Infernal secure, they'd be able to use that to their advantage to be able to win every team fight there henceforth.
Yeah. Here they are though at the ban. They know that Schism is looking at the Infernal Drake right now, and they're gonna go ahead and start it. I don't think that they have any idea that they're on this. And can they do enough damage in time before anyone checks this? I don't know if anyone's gonna check this. Malzahar is TPing in though, and
they're so
Schism
late.
sees the TP. Why is he TPing in plain sight? Now Schism knows, but I don't think there's anything they can do about it. And that's a Baron over, like I was saying, to EGM, and that's the Malzahar ult out onto Blaxiken, and Blaxiken are trying to get away as fast as he can with Ignite down. The Sona ult picks up the kill on the Blaxiken. That's a pick. Gaudier is so low. That's all of EGM in the mid lane with ZZ Rod and Banner of Command available for Cold. So this should be a decent siege, if not the inhib, maybe a game.
Do have a almost 6,000 gold lead. I'd like to see
yeah,
they should be able to push us in here. The Baron buff, they've got Sion, they've got Trundle. I mean, they have too many powerhouse front lines. They can't deal with this. Caitlyn has not enough poke here. Deal with this. Banner minions up, unavailable. They got ZZ Rod on the side of Sion, EGM. And now
Kabil has not backed yet. They lost their inhib for a tier 1 top.
They can, could be a little tilted. Not quite sure, but seems, you know, definitely could be some better things happening than shipping out the top lane.
Yeah, now she's going for the tier 2 top, but there's not an answer already, so it doesn't really mean anything. You know, Kipo has his ulti in a couple seconds. He's going to have that Essence Reaver proc available. It's going to be so much damage. Stu has his Ignite, has his ultimate coming up fairly soon as well. They should be a re-engaged bottom, but
going in.
Oh my god, Cold's getting destroyed by Bacon.
Wow.
In that 1v1. Look at that Conqueror damage.
Where did he go?
Insane. But now that's actually so huge for Schism. Someone has to go back and answer Bacon, or else he's just going to get an inhib on his own. Are EGM just going to try and end the game here, or what? Like, they have to either back off, or they need to end. Look, here
Keep
goes
going in.
Kipo getting the solo
Wow.
kill pretty much on the Rise at that point. Rise was full HP, and he just walks in, dashes in, Qs him. Great work there. Schism's Bacon trying to get the inhib, but not quite able to pick it up before he needs to back off. So, 2 inhibs for an inhib tower. I mean, like you were saying before, a 6K gold lead, it's maintaining that 6K status right now. This Scion needs to get a Bramble vest. If that Camille's hurting herself, she's gonna not be as likely to hit you. Just saying.
Azar going towards the top lane, pushing that in. Working against that Baron buff is definitely a challenge. They've got the super minions mid lane. Caitlyn doing all she can with the Braum passive.
Yeah, and
turtle up
Caitlyn behind is just not fun. She has 1 item still at 24 minutes, where Solution's almost 3.
Stormrazor is good, but you've got to be able to build crit items on top of it to make it even more so useful.
Right.
A lot of vision going out. Side of Schism there. They need to get that whole side warded up, especially with the red buff up now. Graves is able to secure that.
Agreed.
Bacon on the bot
This
side.
this might be just the ending push here if they manage to get a pick or 2 for EGM.
Now, Bacon does have TP.
So far up. What is he doing? Force the flash away. Blacksea can build QSS actually. Diluc might just come down though. There it is. Diluc falls to the flash Sona ult. And oh my god, this might just be the game here for EGM. Great play by EGM. Wow, I'm so surprised at this team. A flash forward from Lucian, the flash away from Caitlyn. Lucian so far ahead in this game. This game might just be over. Bacon having to flash away now. Way 2K actually taking a whole lot of damage. They need to focus these towers.
Get these towers down real quick. Sion with the double knockup. Bacon's
Kipo,
going
no! What is
Kipo's
Lucian
down.
doing? Just taking the tower, fighting underneath the tower while taking the aggro. Luckily, Forsic is here to just try and put out all the damage that he needs to for his team. Nope.
Bacon's doing it.
Coming up huge. So big for his team. Gets
Their dealer's back up.
4 kills or so.
Does not pursue.
For Bacon. The game's not over, but the
Game's
base
not
is
over.
in shambles. They have 3 lanes of super minions. I can't help but feel that if Kipo had played that any better by not standing under the tower, that would have been the game for them. I felt like Enigma just got too excited, I would say is the word. They thought, okay, we 100% win, Dilun's dead, Rise is dead, but it didn't happen that way because Lucian just flashed forward under the tower, and then he starts taking the tower aggro for several seconds. And then they just managed to not end because Camille ults Lucian under the tower while he's taking tower aggro. Camille picks up I think she got a triple kill officially, but she did all of the damage to one of them and the Rise last hit them. So pretty much a quad kill, 1v5 for Bacon.
Let me tell you, I respect Kipo's being ahead, so he's showing his aggression, he's showing his dominance. I respect that. But flashing under tower at such a critical moment, that could be game costing. You definitely have to be careful. Even with that huge lead you have there, you definitely have to watch out. We got Bacon still alive, taking out half the back line. Drundle was down, way 2K. He's 0-2 right now. He's not that big, so you got to be careful. You know, even with that front line, you have to make sure that you strategize. Even to the last hit on the Nexus, you have to make sure.
Yeah, and this is going to be the last fight probably. Unless some
They're just
miracle
getting
fight comes
melted.
up from Schism. Yeah, this should be it. Actually, Lucian dies again, but I don't think it matters. Just hit the Nexus, friends. Just hit it. Hit the Nexus. Hit the Nexus.
Caitlyn doing everything she can, auto-attacking. Bacon going in.
Yeah, for some reason, Caitlyn and Rise both just stayed out to fight while they were no HP, but it doesn't matter. Game's over anyways. That's GG, the clean 2-0 by EGM in this series. Wow, that was definitely not what I was expecting. I don't know about what you were thinking going into this game, but
Oh, that was just a wild game, everyone. That was something to remember. I'm definitely excited to see EGM play next week. I think Aussie's ready for him.
yeah, we were talking before the game about how most of EGM isn't like low gold, and their jungler isn't a jungle main, and but then they just come out and it was mentioned while we were talking about it, but like it's all about teamwork in like the ABL in comparison to solo queue. It's all about, oh well, who's the better player. But in the ABL, it's all about teamwork. So it doesn't matter what the ranks are. Two diamond fours on Schism side versus uh, like 3 gold 4 players on EGM, but the gold players got the 2-0 over the 2 diamonds. So maybe rank isn't everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Great play out of EGM.
Definitely like seeing the Plat 5, Plat 5 Way 2K Trundle. I'd like to see his jungle pathing. It definitely was really good against the Graves, both games, of course. Graves not able to answer the Trundle. He definitely got counter ganked. Could not keep control of his vision. Could not keep control of any of the ganks. He did not counter gank to the high expectation that I would expect out of him. However, he did do the best he could in the end. Definitely did his best.
Yeah, and that's insane. Okay, so you have to pick an MVP for these games.
All right, MVP time. That's gonna be a tough one, Seb. I'm gonna let you go first on that one.
I would say. Are you ready?
I'm ready for this.
I would say Forsick.
Forsick? Alright.
He performed really well in both games. In the first game, he was bursting the Lucian to take him out of the fights on the Orianna. And in the second game, he was just solid. I want to say Kipo, but he suicided a couple too many times in this game for me to vote him MVP whenever he has a teammate like Forsick. So,
I will agree with you. Forsick did pull it out. I liked his Bounce Heart game. Second game, he did have some critical Bounce Heart ults there during a couple of the picks mid-game towards late game. On the Braum at one point, and then I think he did it on the Camille in jungle towards Dragon Pit, somewhere in the river. And yeah, definitely some crucial ultimates coming out from Forsick. Very, very well strategized and placed. And much
should I
respect
just
for
move him to our caster, guys? Move him to this chat room. I'm not even gonna ask him.
Yes. Alright, we'll be right back.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
Okay. It looks like we can't actually pull them in for an interview, so maybe we'll have that solved by next week. Forsick and or
You want
Kipo.
me to bring them for an interview?
Well, I brought them into the channel, but then they couldn't talk. Like they weren't able to unmute.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
all
do
the
that.
casters are here. Okay, well then bring one in.
Alright,
or both,
so
either
we
way.
have Forsick and who?
And
Keep-
Kipo.
Kipo is the MVP I chose.
Unless someone else. Yeah.
Hold on.
They have to
MVP. Oh, lower down
Oh,
the music
Forsick.
a bit, Buster.
unmute it.
What's up?
Lower down the music a bit, Buster.
Thank you.
Alright, me and Eric King will sit here quietly. You guys do you.
Alright.
Okay. Hello? Forsick and Kipo?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey. Welcome to the ABL and the caster desk, I suppose.
Thank you, thank you.
How was your first series? You had luck winning?
I think it felt really good. It's our first few games we're playing with this jungle, and it's looking up pretty good so far. I think we tried to play it easy and just go for the objectives and try not to get picked up. So we went for the really stiff games, and then that Kipo steal and the Baron really gave us more confidence to play ahead.
Honestly, I think that won you the game at that point. I thought you guys were too far behind to come back after the Baron and then Kipo. What were you guys expecting going into this? Kipo, were you expecting Caitlyn and Lucian picks or any other AD carries that you were expecting to come out?
I was actually expecting to play either Lucian or Caitlyn. One of the good parts of the game was the fact that I was able to farm all the way up to Infinity Edge. I think that if they pushed before that, it would have probably ended a lot earlier. So I just farmed for like 15 minutes and I got my Infinity Edge, and that's when I started like almost one-shotting turrets.
Yeah, and then the first game, I mean, like you came back pretty hard, like you were like 0-2 or something, and you ran away 14 versus level 14. So
Yeah, it does feel good.
yeah, were you guys 2-0 or was it just happened like that?
We weren't expecting. We were actually not expecting anything at all. I think it went very well for considering that. I think props to these guys. I heard they played a few seasons before and they did super well.
Yeah, some of the members are returning members to the ABL. So yeah, welcome to the ABL. Do you guys have anything to say, or does Buster Toast or anyone have?
I've got one question for Forsic.
Yeah, sure.
Forsic, how did you feel landing into D-Loon's Echo first game? I really was kind of concerned for you. I wanted to see how you'd turn out with it. How did you feel going into that matchup?
To be quite honest, I was sure he was going to dumpster me. I don't typically fare very well against Echoes, especially with more immobile mages like Oriana. I feel like maybe he didn't kind of play up to Echo's strength, and he was maybe scared to go in, didn't want to throw out anything. So I didn't get bullied in lane. I was able to farm up, stay safe, and participate in the team fight. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, absolutely. You look very strong in both games, and I just wanted to thank you very much for putting on a good show for us. Easy to cast, as far as definitely some high level gameplay. We do appreciate the competitiveness of the series, and it's very good. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for letting me just move you in here without complaining.
That's always a plus. Yeah.
Yeah, do you guys have anything you want to?
I want to say good job to Chris for having a solo kill top lane. Doesn't happen very often, but
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
take it when he gets it.
Yeah, that was impressive. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Tonight, and we'll see you.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week, I think. So,
Yep.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
Bye. All right, Zub. A couple great interviews there. Definitely great series. A good 2-0 sweep Reno. Cappuccino. Any last words from you, Zub? I could maybe pick up on.
Yeah, man. Just good job to all the first timers tonight. All the new people playing in the ABL. Buster Toast, first timing his.
Oh, thank you.
Casting. Lots of good stuff. I heard both games were actually 2-0s or both series, so that's pretty.
Oh, very
crazy
cool.
in
Very
my
cool.
opinion. What a start to the ABL already, and we actually managed to hold about 30 to 40 viewers on both streams concurrently. So I'm fairly impressed. The ABL is looking up this season. That's it from me.
I want to thank our viewers, especially for putting up with my lack of ability of keeping this running smoothly. I'm doing my best, like I said before many times. I'm still new to the game. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna make my style a little harder to follow. Keep it real. Any suggestions? Again, just let me know. Drop me a link. Drop me a DM. Slide them in. Whatever you gotta do. Thanks again, viewers. Thanks again, Mighty Rye, for giving me this opportunity. So far, it's been wild, but we'll definitely work on it. We're going to improve every week. So thanks again, everyone. Appreciate it. Any last words, Zood, before we close out the stream? Gonna take that as a no. But looks like it's all done, guys. I'm going to close it out. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back next week, tomorrow as well. Zoom, do you have anything else to say?
I'm good. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you. Tune in. See you next time.